Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to stand before you today, present our cybersecurity risk assessment on Barclays IT outage. Cybersecurity has never been more crucial, and recent incidents have shown us that even major financial institutions like Barclays are vulnerable. Before I dive into the presentation, I'd like to introduce my incredible team who played a vital role in this research. First, myself, Debaden Tavarasa, and my team members, Jason Jasir, Ethan May, and Thurston from.
Hello everyone, today I will be talking about Barclays and its recent IT outage. Barclays is a British multinational bank and founded in 1896 and headquarters in London. It operates in over 50 countries, serving approximately 48 million customers worldwide. The bank offers main three services, retail and commerce banking, and investment banking and wealth management. Barclays is a major player in the financial sector, but like any large organization, it faces challenges, especially in IT security. One of the biggest challenges came in January 2025 when Barclays experienced a massive outage. And now we are going to see understanding the January 2025 IT outage. On Friday, January 31st, 2025, Barclays suffered a major IT failure that lasted for 2 days. It's major. Many banking services were disrupted, including online and mobile banking and payment processing and account information access. This outage was huge issue became it affected over 20 million customers in the UK. It also happened in the worst possible time on payday and the HMRC tax pay deadline. Many people couldn't pay their bills, receive salaries, or submit tax payments, which caused a lot of frustration. This is a major issue. And we're going to next slide. Impact on customer and banking operations. The failure had a huge impact on both Barclays Bank and the customer itself. First, customer faced the serious issues, failed transaction payment delays. Many people couldn't pay rent, buy groceries, or pay bills in accessible account, and some couldn't even check their balance also in their own banking app. Next, the public reaction was intense. Social media exploded with the angry customers. Some of they are not understanding the situation, so they will be behave so rudely. Barclays faced the heavy criticism for not communicating properly during the crisis. And finally, Barclays faced a financial consequence. They had to deal with compensation claim from affected customers. The bank reputation suffered and customers started questioning its reliability. This outage highly major flaws in IT system and communication strategy. Finally, in conclusion, the Barclays outage in 2025 January was a wake-up call for the banking industry. It shows us how critical IT systems are in modern banking and how devastating and the failure can be for million customers. This incident only caused financial losses, but also damaged customers' trust in Barclays' reputation. It highlighted the urgent need for better cybersecurity, strong IT infrastructure, and improved crisis communication moving forward. Barclays Bank must invest modern technology, improve risk management, and ensure they can respond quickly to future failures. Security risk assessment process. Cybersecurity threats are constantly evolving, so banks like Barclays must follow the structured risk assessment to identify and mitigate the risk effectively. This process consists of 5 key steps: risk identification, risk analysis, risk evaluation, risk treatment, continuous monitoring. The main thing is risk identifying. First, Barclays must identify its most critical assets and potential threats. These include customers' data, payment system, and online banking platform. Without these structured approaches, financial institute would struggle to protect customers from cyber attack. And now we are going to see the identification of information, asset, and risk identification. Before Barclays can protect itself from cyber threats, it first needs to identify its most valuable information assets and the risk associated with them. Barclays' critical assets include customers' data. This includes personal data, And financial information, payment processing system. These systems handle millions of transactions daily, making them prime target of cyber criminals. Online and mobile banking platforms. These services are essential for customers, but if compromised, they can cause major financial and damage. Potential cybersecurity risks include data breach, system failure, third-party vendor risk, cyber attack. Data breach: if hackers steal customer information, Barclays could face financial losses, legal consequences. System failures: outdated banking systems may crash, leading to service disruptions. And by understanding these risks, Barclays can develop stronger security measures to protect itself and its customers. And now we are going to see risk assessment and evaluation. Once risks are identified, they must analyze and evaluate to determine which ones require urgent action. This involves assessing two key factors: likelihood, how likely is that this risk will occur; impact, if it happens, how severe will the consequence be. Example of key risk of Barclays: data breaches. These have a highly likelihood and cause severe financial reputation damage. System failures. These have a medium likelihood but can still cause operational disruptions. Third-party vendor disruption. These are the medium risk but they can lead to compliance and security issues. Risk metric approach. Risks are categorized as a low, medium, high, and their likelihood impact. And now you can see this table. I explained everything as like high priority risk must be addressed immediately, while lower risk threats are monitored over time. Using this method, Barclays ensure that its cyber security resources are focused on the most critical threats.
Thank you, Jason. Now let's talk about the risk treatment plan, a key strategy that can help prevent or minimize the impact of IT disruptions. First one, legacy system vulnerabilities. Outdated systems are a major risk, and Barclays can address this by upgrading their IT infrastructure and aligns it with modern cybersecurity standards. And the second one is third-party vendor disruptions. Depending heavily on one or two vendors is risky. Barclays should diversify its vendor base and enforce stronger service level agreements to ensure better reliability. Data breaches: to mitigate this, implement multi-factor authentication, encrypting sensitive data, and performing regular encryption audits are crucial steps. And the final one is prospective monitoring. By deploying AI-powered threat detection tools, Barclays can monitor threats in real time, allowing them to respond faster and more effectively. These strategies collectively build a strong defense against IT risk. Moving on to the cybersecurity risk plan, here a detailed look at how Barclays can enhance their security posture. Data breaches: implementing MFA, encrypted customer data with CIS256 encryptions, and deploying data losses prevention tools can greatly reduce the risk. Solutions like Microsoft Authenticator, Duo Security, and Symantec DLP are key players in this strategy. The second one is system failure, legacy systems. Barclays should consider mitigating to cloud-based solutions, ensuring regular updates and implementing backup data centers for seamless flavors during disruptions. And the third one is third-party vendor disruptions. Establishing a vendor risk management framework, strengthening SLAs, and partnering with multiple vendors can minimize risk caused by external partners. The next one is cyber attacks. Deploying AI-powered threat detection tools, installing advanced firewalls like Cisco Firepower, and conducting regular response plan training will help Barclays stay prepared. And the last one, but not least, human error or inside threats. The human factors is often overlooked. Barclays should invest in security awareness programs, enforce the role-based access controls (RBAC), and simulate attack scenarios to improve staff preparedness. By combining these strategies with prospective in monitoring and secure infrastructure, Barclays can significantly reduce risk and maintain trust with its customers. Thank you. The next slides will be continued by my team member.
So the importance of IT resilience in banking. So the critical infrastructure of banks heavily rely on a robust IT system to deliver vital services, such as online banking, processing payments, and customer account management. Disruption of this can lead to significant operational challenges, such as customer dissatisfaction. Financial impacts, such as services outage, can result in financial losses, including missed transactions, delayed payments, and potential penalties for customers. For instance, Barclays outage happened at the same time of the HM Revenue and Customs deadline for self-assessment tax returns, causing considerable inconvenience for many customers. So improving crisis management and response strategies. So proactive monitoring, implementing real-time monitoring tools that can help address issues before they escalate into major outage. This proactive approach can enable banks to maintain services continuously and minimize disruption. Incident response plan, so it's to develop and regular update the incident response plan. So ensuring that the team are prepared to act swiftly and effectively during an IT crisis, and having clear protocols that designs roles that can expedite recovery efforts quickly. So the next one is post-incident analysis. So conduct through a post-incident review to allow the banks to identify the root causes and implement corrective actions to prevent further occurrence. For example, Barclay outage led to the discussions about the needs to upgrade their legacy systems to enable or to improve their resilience. So improving customer communication during an outage. So having clear transparency is a must. So communicating the issue to the customer when they expect it to be resolved and any alternative solutions that might help the customer to reduce any frustration. So during the Barclays outage, the customer was informed that they had technical issues that impacted the servers, leading to payment delays and stuff. Also having a multi-channel updating system, so using different types of communication channels such as email, mobile phones, app notifications, social media, and the bank's website to ensure the customer receives the timely updates. And also having customer support, providing accessible and responsible customer support during an outage is crucial. This can be done by online services to assist with customers with urgent concerns and maintain trust during a disruption. So the UK regular response and banking sector security. So the UK regulators are paying closer attention to banks after recent IT failures, such as the Barclays outage. To address these issues, the Bank of England, the PRA and the FCA have released joint policies and solution papers aimed to prevent long-lasting tech problems in the financial sector. So the UK regulators have introduced new rules to make financial services more resilient to operational issues. Banks and other financial institutions must now follow a stricter cyber security standard, which include regular testing of IT systems, creating stronger incident response plans, and improving how they can report cyber incidents to regulators. So the financial service sector is facing growing cybersecurity challenges, such as ransomware attacks. So ransomware incidents in the financial sector have increased by 64%, with 80% of those attacks leading to data encryption. Also, data security concerns. Data security issues are slowing the growth of UK financial firms, with 70% of IT decisions making believing these concerns are hindering the company's progress. So strengthening Barclays cybersecurity and risk management. So Barclays has implemented a robust cybersecurity measure to protect its system and data. So Barclays uses a multi-factor authentication to secure access and encryption for communication to ensure data is confidential. It has monitoring tools, so advanced tools to detect unauthorized access. It has a partnership with Microsoft in 2004 to improve its security using AI. It has a talent development, so it collaborates with cybersecurity challenges in the UK to attract the top cybersecurity talent. It also has AI-powered security, so AI helps detect fraud, monitor network traffic, and automate threats detection.
So now we're going to evaluate the pros and cons of risk assessment. One of the first pros I've got is identifying vulnerabilities. Using a risk assessment enables banks to proactively identify potential threats, allowing for timely mitigation strategies to help prevent financial losses and operational disruptions. The other pro I've got is ensures compliance. Regular risk assessments will help financial institutions adhere to regulatory requirements, thereby avoiding any legal penalties and maintaining operational integrity. And the final pro is builds customer trust, which will demonstrate a commitment to robust risk management practices, enhancing a bank's reputation, fostering trust and confidence among customers and stakeholders. The cons I've got to using a risk assessment is first, resource intensive. Conducting comprehensive risk assessments demands significant time, financial investment, and specialised expertise, which can strain organisational resources. The next con I've got is it requires frequent updates. The dynamic nature of the financial industry necessitates regular updates to risk assessments to account for emerging threats and changing market conditions, which can then lead to ongoing resource allocation. And my final con is may disrupt operations. Implementing risk mitigation measures identified during assessments could temporarily disrupt normal banking operations and then potentially affect service delivery and customer experience. Now to look at the future strategies for preventing the failures. So enhancing performance and scalability, modernizing legacy core banking systems addresses issues like poor performance and limited scalability. Looking to improve security and compliance, legacy systems often pose security risks and may not meet current regulatory standards. Advanced threat detection, implemented AI-powered tools that can analyze vast amounts of data to identify potential threats in real time, enabling proactive measures against cyber attacks. Employing a real-time threat detection or implementing this continuing monitoring systems allows for the detection of anomalies and potential threats as they occur, facilitating immediate response actions. Of course, regular security assessments, conducting periodic security assessments and penetration testing helps identify vulnerabilities, allowing for timely remediation before threats materialize. And then proactive risk assessment, regularly evaluating potential risks and implementing mitigation strategies helps in anticipating and preventing IT failures. Here are references for the presentation we have just given you, including the one about 325 years of banking expertise, the story and history of Barclays, plus a couple of things talking about the outages and how they have learned from that Barclays. We'd like to thank you for listening to our presentation. Have any questions or anything you'd like to ask us about it, please get in touch. And like I said, we'd like to thank you very much for listening and hope you have enjoyed.